from the mothership, you are tuned in and listening to Starseed Energy Radio with your host Jonah Bolt. Starseed Energy Radio, where you can always tune in to hear the colors and see the music. Starseed Energy Radio goes live in 3, 2, 1.
All right, what's up, Spaceship Earth? Thanks for tuning in. You're receiving a live transmission from Starseed Radio. It's time to hear the colors and see the music. I am your host, Jonah Bolt. Today is October 3rd. It is Friday, 2014, and we're finishing up our first week with our new time slot schedule. So again, thank all the listeners and everyone out there. And if you do have any questions or comments for the show, you can always call the station at 800-313-9443. Again, that's 800-313-9443. So we have two awesome guests coming on. We have one of our very own special guests who's been with us for a while on the show. We have Windfox coming on, talking about his herbal immune boosters, because we've been talking about the Ebola, Dengue, and other virus outbreaks. So Windfox is going to come on and talk about some herbal medicines that he makes, and also we'll go into the eradicating of the bacteria and things like that with all the herbal medicines. And we also have Heidi Little coming on. Heidi Little is co-founder and director of the International Children's Month. You can check out some of her music. I mean, she does a ton of stuff just like me, multi-talented, multifaceted. So she has several websites, one of them being internationalchildrensmonth.com, HeidiLittle.com, and a few more that she's connected to. We'll go over when she's on the show. One of the most important things that we always talk about on the show is a common ground to all unify together, and I say always the children, because the children are relying on us and expecting us to create that future. It's very simple to me to find the common ground with the children. So we'll first start off with today's headlines. I posted some articles already today. If you check out starseedradio.com, we have the live Twitter and newsfeed up there. Ryan from Bellwether Post won't be joining us today, but we appreciate him all week with his top news stories. You can check out his also feed at starseedradio.com. One of the first articles I posted today was 9 activities linked to a longer life. Pretty awesome article. And just quickly to go over everything is, for one, first thing you could do for a longer life, very simple, is being spiritual. Being spiritual is just having some sort of spiritual practice or belief, and all of that has science backing it that has been linked to longer lives, meaning you give yourself time to rest, to meditate. It doesn't have to be a specific religion or even a belief in a God to qualify for this. It's just really having a reverence for life and believing in something more than yourself is enough to enjoy the benefits of a longer life. So just believing that there is a greater power, a greater knowledge out there is just enough to extend your life. And the article goes into some of the research and science behind that. Another one is health or healing knowledge. As you heard in a video that was posted on here, if you watched the video, super centurions were known for their knowledge and ability to heal others. Perhaps the knowledge of healing isn't only for ourselves. Perhaps science will find a spark of longevity in those who take time to ease the suffering of others. Health or healing knowledge, bottom line. Just to be consciously aware of what you eat, what you put in your body. We don't want GMO food. We're already getting sprayed with chemtrails. I mean, you name it, we're getting hit by Wi-Fi signals, radio signals, radiation, fluoride in the water, chlorine. I mean, the list goes on and on and on and on. So to have a health and healthy knowledge of what is and what isn't to be put in your body, very, very important. Another one, being positive, joy, laughter, and having a good outlook. Number 3 is very, very important for maintaining your youth, to maintaining just your vibrancy, and it is one of the top things that my grandfather used to tell me is laughter is the best medicine. So shout out to my grandpa. Also, number 4, healthy diet. As I just said, the Super Centaurians had unique diets. If you're not sure who a Super Centaurians are, Google it. And these Super Centaurians were very into eating healthy diet, very important. Lots of fruits and veggies every day, having a very alkaline diet. Now, one of the things I first do in the morning is I take a big spoonful of coconut oil, because I love coconut oil, and lemon water. Lemon water alkalizes the body. One of the first things you should have as soon as you wake up, big glass of water, warm it up, not hot, just warm. drop a half a lemon or a whole lemon in there, squeeze it. That will alkalize your body, get your body alkalized for the day. It's something I do every day. It's something I have now my mother and stepfather doing, so it's a good practice to get into. Another 5, have creative hobbies. Now, this is something I've been saying forever on the show. In terms of all the listeners and people out there, if you're working in a 9-to-5 job or whatever type of job, and you are just bored and you just know in your core and your gut this is not for you, this is not what you're supposed to be doing here on the planet, then stop doing it. And I've said this in the show many times. People are like, what do you mean, quit work? What do you mean, stop doing it? Yeah, exactly. Because the universe, the law of attraction, will support you in every way in terms of food, shelter, and getting wherever you need to get next to be creative, meaning music, art, inventing things, learning, sports. Those are all examples of being creative. So if you follow your passion and you follow what really drives you, the universe, God, Buddha, whatever you want to call it, will help support that. If you're sitting in a job and you're miserable and you're bitching all day and you're, I can't be here, that is what you're attracting. You're going to be sitting at that job, stuck in everyday 9-to-5, blah, blah, blah. I am not the guy who's sitting around on Sunday afternoon drinking beers, watching football. That to me is a lame way to waste my life on the weekends of sitting around doing nothing. Me, I'm an explorer, I'm an adventurer. You got to be active. I'm always creating, always inventing, always talking to people, always learning. I mean, that's life. We are here to experience life. I truly believe we are not here to work 9-to-5 jobs, 5 days a week, get a white picket fence, raise kids, sit around on Sundays, watch football, and that's my life. If I grew up like that and that was my repetitious lifestyle, I would probably kill myself or something by the time I reach 50. I mean, I would not be able to do a lifestyle like that. I'm here to talk with people, communicate, and this is what this article is talking about. I mean, look at the things we're talking about. Communicate with people, be creative, be spiritual, believe in something greater than yourself, be positive. I mean, you adapt all of these 9 things that I'm going over right here, and you're going to see how quickly your life will change, not just with yourself, but how you interact with others. It's very important. And the next one, here you go. Not have to be creative, which is number 5. We have number 6, be social. What did I just say? Be social. Women appear to live longer than men because they generally have a more established social circle. Well, that's definitely changing. I mean, here's one male that will definitely say live on the air, it is now about the feminine energy on the planet. The masculine energy has driven this planet very far into where it is right now in terms of the wars and the decisions making. The women have a more feminine side, a more softer side, and that is really what I believe the planet needs to go back to, is the feminine energy on the planet being in control. It's going to ease a lot of this tension, ease a lot of this. And for the guys out there like, have the women in control, yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. Have the women in control of some of these decisions and making. You're not going to have the testosterone, and you're not going to have these crazy decisions. Lots of women, especially the ones up in the high places, corporate, you'll see these women just taking over companies now. I mean, they're just as equal as us. There's no difference than us. And I would rather have a woman in charge than a male, to be honest, because the male energy is just a lot based on ego sometimes, based upon other things. The women has a much more softer, feminine side to it. Much better to be in position for making policies and more decisions, I believe. That's just my little 2 cents. Anyways, moving on. Number 7, stay connected to nature. So important. So important. And for anyone who hasn't taken off their shoes and just walked in grass lately, please, I urge you to do that. Take off your shoes after the show. Go outside. Close your eyes. Take some deep breaths. Immerse yourself in nature. Put your feet in the grass. Feel the vibration. I guarantee you're going to feel something. Do this. Write the show. Write me. Email me. Let me know your experience, what happened. Number 8, be active. I said that earlier. Be active. Make sure you get up and move around after reading this article, because research has shown that sitting for long bouts of time put people at risk for shorter lifespans and other risks. Another study done in 2011 found that each time we sit for 1 hour, watch TV after the age of 25, we deduct 22 minutes from our overall life expectancy. Okay? Let me read that one more time. A study done in 2011 found that each time we sit for an hour, watch TV at the age of 25, we deduct 22 minutes from our lives. Number 9, spend time with your youth, and you'll live longer. Here's some more messages. Quick commercial break. We'll be right back with Windfox.
Foolishness and beauty to breathe.
right, welcome back to the show. You're listening to Starseed Radio, and quickly went over the news article, 9 Ways to Link to a Longer Life. So check that stuff out. I posted the article up on starseedradio.com, so check that out. And joining us next should be Windfox. We'll see if Windfox is with us. I'm not sure, but we'll be talking about some immune boosters, talking about the viruses and the stuff that's going around, and we'll also be talking about some herbal medicines that he's also invented and makes himself. Windfox has been on the show for a couple years now and is always going over medicines, natural remedies, things like that, because that's the kind of stuff we want to use. You don't want to be taking Benadryl and all this, stuff out there that is just really not made for your health. So, okay, the station, okay. Let's see, we need to get Windfox on the line here. All right, so I'm going to go into some more news articles right now. The station's getting Windfox on the line. Also, some top articles from today. Another one that I'm going to post up here is a new article about the new brain tech reveals past thoughts and memories. And this is an awesome, awesome article. It goes into not just the new brainwave technologies they're doing, but it also talks about the Obama administration and other administrations that are really, really investing billions of dollars into this, which makes you think and makes you go into why. Why are they investing billions of dollars into brainwave technology? Well, the article goes on to say that by doing certain brainwave studies, they've actually been able to pick up a certain frequency of brainwave that they could not just scan, but monitor. Meaning that they're going to be able to monitor your brainwaves in terms of thoughts and what you're doing. So before you do a crime, or you want to do a crime, or think about doing a crime, they will be able to monitor that thought and possibly do something about it. So another infringe on rights, and another article I'll post up. So check it out. Really fascinating stuff. And with that, we're now joined by Windfox. Windfox, not just a herbal medicine master, but a man of many trades, and in Western and in Chinese medicine. So it's always good to have Windfox with us. Windfox, thanks for coming on the show. How you doing today?
I'm doing wonderful. Thank you for that great introduction.
Absolutely, absolutely. And so we're talking about today, we picked the topic, like you said, the immune booster. We have a lot of these EBOLA virus we've been talking about all week. We have the DENGAY virus, which is spreading all over. It's just in Costa Rica where I live. So if you could, Windfox, go into a little about, what are these viruses? What do they attack? And what do you use to counteract them?
A lot of these viruses, they're each a little bit different. Ebola tends to... in Chinese medicine, they classify it as an extreme heat on the blood level or on the nutritive level. So it's basically the most interior spots of the body you can get to. It creates so much heat that's part of the reason in some of the cases the fluid gets forced out of the body. With dengue fever, it tends to congest up the cerebrospinal fluid and a lot of the lymph surrounding it, which is why you get so much neck and shoulder tension and usually high spiking fevers. Most of these diseases need a hot, stagnant, toxic environment in the body to be able to exist and to be able to make themselves more comfortable. So when I'm working with any of these diseases one-on-one, I'm often looking at the type of environment they're trying to create, doing what I can with herbs to take away that environment while at the same time attacking them with antimicrobials that are specific for that type of illness. But if you can catch it early enough, a lot of times my formulas like Immune Boost can help provide some added protection, because if you know you're going to come in contact, if you're going to be out in public, and you know things like this are going around, the Immune Boost, which is just a simple mixture of Pau d'Arco, Echinacea, elderberry, and licorice, which is an antitoxin, some antivirals, you've got some antibiotic effects in there, you've got some lymph clearing moving effects, and some white blood cell production assisting effects. So it can kind of give you a little more leeway when coming in contact with a lot of these people that are unfortunately coming down with many of these illnesses right now. I know another big one going around at the moment is an enterovirus D68, which it just seems like everywhere you look, left and right, there's some type of epidemic going on these days. It's really it's a little scary, but I've been fortunate enough to have success with most of the people I've worked with these. But like I said, if you want to just keep something on hand in case you're in one of those situations, and you start to feel yourself feeling run down, oftentimes these formulas can at the very least buy you time, assist the functioning of the immune system, and oftentimes they can stop it before it progresses any farther into the body, because they kind of have to go through stages to get that far into the body. If that makes sense.
Yeah. Now, when we talk about, like, where I live in Costa Rica, we had an outbreak where we had over 20% of our town, 2 months ago, that had dengue virus. I mean, half of my friends down there were sick, so I bounced out of Costa Rica real quick. And I have heard about, natural remedies like eating papaya seeds and things like that will shorten, rather than being hospitalized, and sick for 10 to 2 weeks, you're, really out for 3 to 5 days, things like that. So definitely these natural medicines are the way to go, because as I've said on the show, and you said, there's a natural remedy or medicine for anything you could think of out there. I mean, HIV, cancer on down, colds, immunes. I mean, there's something natural out there for everything, and that's really what you focus on with your medicines. And when you talk about, like, the Ebola virus, because now we have a possible Ebola outbreak in Texas with that man, and now 80 more people possibly be quarantined, and something like that, would the immune booster, would something like that help boost your immune system, that if you did get bit by a mosquito or something like that, you'd have enough immune system to block that?
Theoretically, in that case specifically, I would probably also mix it with a first defense formula I make. In that formula, I have one of my, what I like to call bomb the earth antiviral, which is Andrographis paniculata. It's been used heavily in Ayurvedic and Chinese medicine. In Chinese medicine, it's usually called Xuan Qin Liang, and it is one of the coldest herbs possible, and it can go to the interior of the body and help to fight a lot of those things off. So for Ebola specifically, I would probably get a little more advanced than just the immune boost, just because of how rapidly it spreads, and especially being down there in Texas, that's a hot environment. That's a hot disease. It's going to spread rapidly in that environment, because the exterior environment you're already dealing with is what it likes. It likes heat. So if it's already hot outside or warm outside, it's not going to be that hard to heat up the body for it. Because you got to think, these diseases are just as intelligent as any of us are. A lot of people, they ignore the fact that these diseases, the same as we take care of our needs, the same as we have to run to the grocery store to get groceries, and we have to warm our house to keep it the way we like it. These viruses and bacteria and other pathogens, they all have to do the same thing. They have to change our body to make it their home. So if you look at those changes, that's always going to give you a step in the right direction and a step up on someone who just thinks that there's a blanket approach or there's a one-size-fits-all approach to a lot of these.
Yeah, I mean, for one, you got to, like you said, protect yourself. And when I was living up in Black Mountain, a little less than about a year ago, down the street from you, I used to pick up all the time, just like the immune boosters and things like that, because first thing I do in the morning, like I do now, I drink some lemon water, alkalize the body, some coconut oil. I'll take my, my mixtures, which I'll be in Asheville in a few weeks, Windfox, so I'm definitely going to load up on some of your formulas while I'm there for sure. And, just protect yourself that way. I mean, that's all we can do really, is boost our immune system, eat healthy, stay active. I sent an article right before this segment about 9 things to live longer, which is be active and eat healthy and be conscious about that. Because really, as you know, a big part of it has to do with attitude and how you look on it, and if you're constantly like, oh, I'm going to get sick, I'm going to get the flu, and you talk like that and you act like that, what's going to happen? You're going to contract that. You're going to bring that into you. So to stay on top of it and stay healthy and stay proactive is really what needs to be done, because as you said, there's all these different strains of viruses. Sugar, what's up with not eating sugar?
Well, sugar, actually, there's been laboratory studies showing that eating sugar suppresses the immune system's function for up to 24 hours. So if you're already in a situation where people are getting sick, you're basically just laying down the defenses. If you're consuming a lot of sugar, if you're drinking sugary drinks, if you're eating a lot of sugar, you might as well just go ahead and lick whatever somebody has touched that has that disease, because you're going to get it. It's as simple as that.
That's new to me, Windfox. Thank you for that. I did not know that sugar, and I got a sweet tooth myself. Late at night sometimes I'm a little cookie monster, and I get in and destroy the box of cookies and eat that. But I was not aware that sugar does that, especially when I'm back in Costa Rica in a few weeks. I'm definitely going to lay off the sugars, because down there, when you sweat, it's just like it attracts those mosquitoes, you know. It's like putting up a flag, like, bite me. So that's great information. And Windfox, what's your website where people can check out some of your formulas and remedies and stuff and get some more information?
Okay, it's Seth Wolney, SethWollney.com/Windfox Herbal, WINDFOXHERBAL.
Excellent. And just so people know, all the herbal medicines and type of stuff that you produce is all organic, all from the area that you're from, correct? There's no chemicals or anything used. It's
they're
all
either
100%.
organic or they're CWC, which is cultivated without chemicals. A lot of small farmers can't get certified as organic unless they have a certain level they get to with the amount of produce they create. So there are some smaller farmers I get from that just do CWC, which is basically them just certifying to me that they haven't sprayed anything messed up, they don't use any chemicals. And I mean, these are farms I go to all the time, and I know these people personally, so everything you get is going to be of the highest quality.
Excellent, excellent. Well, Windfox, thank you so much for coming on the air, and we'll definitely have you back on the air soon and talk about some more remedies, because there's always so many different things going on. You got the flu season coming up, and holidays and allergies and lots of stuff, so we'll have you back on soon. So thanks again, Windfox, for coming on the show. We'll have you back on, and we're going to take a quick commercial break, and we're going to go jump into our next guest, Heidi, co-founder of International Children's Month. Windfox, have an amazing weekend. Thanks again for coming on.
Thank you. Have a great weekend. Bye.
All right, welcome back to the show. You're listening to Starseed Radio. It is Friday, October 3rd. TGIF to everyone out there. And again, an awesome week for our new time slot, prime time, 11 a.m. to noon, Monday through Friday is our new time slot for the listeners out there. No more Saturday nights, but it's awesome to be full-time Monday through Friday. So again, thanks to the listeners out there. We just picked up another country too, so we're now being downloaded in 162 countries around the world. So again, thank you to all the amazing listeners. And we have a big spike from Japan. Japan is one of the top downloads. To a shout out to all the people in Japan, and blessings, light, and love for the Fukushima disaster that's still going on out there, which we're going to talk more about next week with Dr. Richard Allen Miller, Harvard professor, Navy Intel. We're going to talk more about the Fukushima disaster and what we can do to help heal the waters. And with that, we're going to jump right into our next guest, which is Heidi Little. She's co-founder, director of International Children's Month, and also does many things with healing waters, which we'll get into a little bit later in the interview. So with that, Heidi, thank you so much for coming on the show. How are you?
Hi, Jonah. Great, bud. Nice to talk to you and be connected today.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yes, it's been a while in the making, it seems, the last month or so. So it's finally good to have you on the show, have you on the air, and talking about all the amazing things you're doing. Let's start off with International Children's Month. Tell us about what that is and how you first got involved.
Okay, International Children's Month. It's the Children's Evolution, and it's a platform to ignite, empower, support, and gather all the souls on Earth that know they're here to do what they're here to do, and they want to know how to do it, and they want other people to work with. So I was standing in my kitchen in the Adirondack Mountains a couple years ago, and I heard, make International Children's Month. And I thought, as if it doesn't already exist. So I sat down at the computer and I researched it, and it did not already exist. So I called my council member, Nancy Hummingbird, from Honoring the Circle, and we worked with some of the grandmas and the grandpas and had some different things going on with the seed temples. And I said, okay, well, let's do it next year. And she said, oh, when Spirit tells you to do something, you don't wait a year. Let's do it next month. This is like May 26th. She said, so June's going to be it, and here we go. So we launched International Children's Imagine Peace. And we spent that year working on the one platform for peace for children of the world. And then Dr. Emoto, I was already a partner of Dr. Emoto's and working with his books, the children's books, and he had sent me some medallions that he had made to help support his not-for-profit. And I thought, okay, well, we'll do International Children Love Water 2014. And then, of course, the synchronicity prevails and everything falls into place. I ran into Grandfather Golden Eagle, who's an indigenous water keeper. And he told me that he was instructed to create 176,000 water wheels by 2016. And I thought, well, that's a lot. We need a bit of help. So we made that into one of our main features, right? So now people can go online International Children's Month, and there's Grandfather Golden Eagle instructing you exactly how to make your own water wheel at home. You need a couple of crystals and some water from your tap or your local water source that you love, and just how the energies work. You can program a crystal just like a computer. So we work with rose quartz, and we work with clear quartz, and we program them with intentions, and we've done 13 point galactic water medicine wheels this year. We've done 9-point stars. We've done 8-point stars. We've done 12-point stars. And the last one I did was a 13-point galactic water medicine wheel that was actually, instead of just the cornmeal, we planted rainbow unity corn, 13-frequency rainbow unity corn every 2 feet. So we did a rainbow corn 13-point galactic water medicine wheel and harvested it and got to open the rainbow corn, which bridges us into 2015 International Children Love Land and Water, where we're going to be providing seeds to schools and children and families so they can grow rainbow corn. They'll continue with the water wheels. We're going to be doing gardens for next year, lots of gardening, and really the whole goal is to completely transform hunger into being something that is not even here anymore. So eradicating hunger across the planet is the thing for next year. This year, empowering the people with the water. We're water beings on a water planet, and we also just started showcasing Dr. Sylvia Earle, and I love that she's stepping up and saying, I am the ocean. She's an oceanographer who's been a scientist studying the ocean for, I think, 6 or 7 decades.
Wow.
And she's just an amazing lady who has seen what has happened to the ocean. The waves look the same, but underneath it's not the same. And if we stop now and turn it around, it'll be okay. If we wait any longer, it will not. So,
and Heidi,
everyone.
Yeah.
Tell me, Jonah.
It's so important, the water, as you're saying, and with the crystals, quartz crystals are very easily programmed. They store, they hold information. All this stuff is scientifically proven for our listeners out there that aren't used to and aware of some of the modalities we're talking about. Programming crystals, very easy. Hold it in your hand, program it. It's that simple. It holds and stores vibration information. And also, you're a music artist, and you also have a song called One, which is actually a message from the earth. So let's just take a minute. I want to play that song on the airwaves, and everyone out there, just take a deep breath, relax, and we're going to play a minute or so of Heidi's, one of her newest songs called One, which is a message from the earth. So let's all take a deep breath and listen to this amazing track.
Oh.
Okay, Heidi, you there?
I am. How's it
Okay,
going?
I don't know. I've been messaging the station. I don't hear anything. I don't know what's going on. I don't hear anything.
For you.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Let me sing it. Do you want me to sing it? I'll sing it.
Oh, I hear something. Heidi, you know what? It may be just better for you to sing it because the station is having issues with the tracks.
Sure. People can go get it for free right now through the website. I just launched a new website yesterday, HeidiLittle.com, and there is a big old Power and Light cover there. And in support of Global Oneness Day, I'm sponsoring Global Oneness Day, which is October 24th. The download happens so people, when they go to the site or when they register for the event, they get the free download. Oh, I hear it.
Gotcha. Yeah, we actually have to take a commercial break now, so we're not. So we'll try the song again when we come back from commercial break, Heidi. So hang on right there. We'll take a quick commercial break and we'll be right back.
Okay, sounds great. Thanks, Jonah.
Regeneration of self. So
show. You're listening to Starseed Radio. We're now joined by Heidi Little, and Heidi Little is involved in many things. You can check out HeidiLittle.com as well as InternationalChildren'sMonth.com. And Heidi, before we went to break, we were trying to play your track. The station had a little trouble with bringing it up, so we got it queued up. And this song is called One, and it is a message from the earth. So again, we'll try take two. So for all the listeners out there, sit back, relax. We're going to listen to a minute of the song. Take a deep breath in, and here we go.
No more room to weep. Solution. One heart, one world, one song, one dream, one life, one. Singing from the mountains
All right, Heidi, thank you so much for that amazing track, and people can download that, you said, off your website, correct?
Yeah, there's a click-to link there, and they'll be supporting Global Oneness Day as well.
Excellent. Talk about that as well. You got a lot of things you're involved in. Unify.org, the Earth Constitution, all of these things basically are weaving and tying it together. I mean, correct? They're all to better the planet, better the children, better everything, really. I mean, because that's what people need to do. How can people get involved and learn more about some of the projects and stuff you're doing?
I would love for people to feel free to have a listen to the music and pass it on to people. It's to help get us through this point. That's what I came here for, is to bring heaven to earth and for everyone to make it. And so everything that I do is in support of us all, just living in love and getting through these stormy kind of times, as we are seeing all of the darkness rise up for us to be able to see it and transform it, transmute it. So International Children's Month empowers children and families in water and earth and heart-centered empowerment. Then we have click-through links throughout the website. There's the Mother Earth Constitution. People can sign it. They can put it up places. They can pass it around. We're working on a currency called the Earth Dollar right now. It's for imagination. Imagination is a borderless land based in love, care, and respect. And we have been gifted a large amount of land in Canada by the Algonquin to make it a real place. And so therefore we can create a sovereign currency, which we have done, called the Earth Dollar. And the Earth Dollar, we wanted to launch September 21st of this year, but we need a little bit more time. What I believe we're doing right now is flipping the law of attraction back in the favor of the people. So throughout history, we've had the law of attraction flipped on us, and instead we have been fed a lot of fear and separation. And we were told it was a great idea to rob the land of her resources for our own benefit, and it's not working. And we have climate change happening, and we have children still starving and dying and things that don't make any sense. So we're trying to make sense of this, and that's how people can do it. What makes sense? What makes sense to you? And we're always looking for contributors in all areas for International Children's Month. You want to write something, you want to take pictures, you want to make some videos, you want to speak out somehow. Just get a hold of us through the website, and we'll showcase what you have going on. We want to know if you do water wheels. We want to show people you're doing water wheels. If you're doing gardens, we want to show people that. We're always looking to sponsor people and to partner with different organizations, because it is the truth, that saying, Jonah, the one where they say when we organize in peace as well as they do in war, And it's really true, and I love to see this. So things like Global Oneness Day, October 24th, there's a panel of 50 speakers that are some of the most amazing light workers, Starseed, who knows what half of them all are, to be quite honest. They're just glorious, loving beings here to help with our ascension and this transformation, and they've all come together for one day on October 24th. I'm sponsoring them with the music, so we'll get the one download when they register. It's free, no money, it's free. And just seeing how they want it to be. I always see solar and wind and hydro and gardens growing along the ocean, and gardens growing on the spaces where the concrete is, and children with smiling faces and full bellies, and people that have hearts that are lit. And that is how we get to that space. If we can't see it, we can't get there. So the more people tune in to what they want to see, I just want everybody to be so empowered and so filled with love. And that is my whole purpose on this planet, is for the people to be powerful and loving and knowing that they are these amazing beings from God that are light, and we can make manifest anything here. As is above, so is below. We've just been sidetracked on purpose for a little while. So now it's time to come home and bring home here and come together. Spirit also told me when peace makes money, the suffering will stop. So getting over that saying that money is bad or money's not good, you know, it's a currency here, right? So let's use it in our favor. Let's use it for the things that we need. Let's use it to feed children, and let's use it to bring people together in harmony events. And, oh my goodness, 899 million people more than last September 21st came together this year. 899 million people more this September 21st than last September 21st came together. That is phenomenal, don't you think? Jonah?
Yeah?
Am I talking to myself? Oh, there you are.
I'm here.
I'm like, am I talking to myself? That's the worst.
No,
when you're
I'm
like
here.
in the middle of a convo and you're telling everything you need to tell, and then there's nobody on the other line.
That's it. Well, Heidi, thank you so much for coming on the air, and we'll have you back on the air soon. And again, HeidiLittle.com, and there's just amazing things to get involved with. InternationalChildren'sMonth.com. You can check out Honoring the Circle, the Earth Constitution, Unified.org.
Oh yeah, and they can buy the T-shirts too, hey, and support the cause.
Yes.
The one T-shirt. There's a link on there too, you guys. Buy the T-shirts. We're building schools, and we're helping send seed out.